Attention! If you have a cat, you need to learn this before touching their head again. Did you know that the way many people pet their cat's head is completely wrong? This mistake could be causing your feline companion a lot of discomfort without you even realizing it. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to avoid the 7 most common mistakes when petting your cat's head. Trust me, mastering these will improve your bond with your cat in no time. 1. Reaching out to touch their head. The first mistake is super simple to avoid, yet so many people make it without even knowing. It might seem like the most harmless gesture in the world, but reaching straight out to pet your cat's head is actually something you should avoid. I know, it sounds surprising. Cats love a good head scratch, right? But the way you do it makes all the difference. Let's put it in perspective with an example. Imagine you meet someone new, and instead of offering their hand, they just grab yours without asking. Sure, you're both shaking hands, but because it wasn't on your terms, it feels pretty awkward. It's the same with cats. Instead of immediately reaching for their head, try offering your hand a short distance away from their nose. This lets your cat approach and sniff your hand first. It's their way of checking that everything's fine. If they're in the mood, they'll initiate the contact. That's when you can gently pet their head and enjoy some bonding time. If your cat backs away when you offer your hand, that's a clear sign they're not in the mood for affection. Respecting their boundaries strengthens the trust between you and ensures those moments of affection are enjoyable for both of you. 2. Petting their head like a dog. Dogs and cats are the 2 most common pets in our homes, but that doesn't mean they should be treated the same way. Petting your cat's head like you would a dog's is a common mistake that can make them uncomfortable, or worse, hurt them. Keep in mind that cats are much more delicate creatures than most dogs. Their bone structure is finer, and they don't appreciate rough or overly energetic petting the way some dogs do. Petting a cat requires a gentler, more affectionate approach. Be especially careful with their head, as this area is particularly sensitive and should only be touched with the lightest of gestures. When petting a cat, use soft, slow movements. Start by letting them sniff your hand. Then with your fingertips, gently stroke from their forehead toward the back of their neck. Avoid quick motions or pressing too hard, as this can be uncomfortable or even painful for them. And here's a key detail. Always watch how your cat reacts. If they lean into your hand or start purring, that's a great sign they're enjoying it. But if they pull away or seem uneasy, give them some space and try again later with a lighter touch. 3. Petting any part of their head. While most cats adore being petted on their heads, that doesn't mean every spot on their head is a green light for your affection. Cats are very particular about where and how they like to be touched, so take note. The best spots to pet a cat are around areas with scent glands, such as between their ears, the base of their ears, their cheeks, and under their chin. Petting these spots not only feels great for your cat, but it also allows them to mark you with their scent, a clear sign of trust and affection. On the flip side, there are areas you should generally avoid unless you know your cat very well and are sure they're okay with it. Most cats don't appreciate being touched on their stomach, chest, paws, or tail. Additionally, never pet their fur against the grain. Not only is this uncomfortable for them, but it also messes up the natural alignment of their fur. If you do, your cat will have to spend extra time and energy grooming to fix it, which can be frustrating for them. Remember, always pet your cat gently and pay attention to their reactions. Their body language will tell you everything you need to know about whether they're enjoying it or not. Gaining new insights? Make it official. Subscribe and like. It really helps us out, and you'll always be the first to catch our next videos. 4. Over-petting your cat. Let me explain something that might sound contradictory, but actually makes a lot of sense. Over-petting your cat can be just as problematic as not petting them enough. This is due to something called petting-induced aggression, or overstimulation. At first, petting feels good to cats because their sensitive skin receptors interpret the touch as pleasant. However, cats have a threshold for how much physical contact they can tolerate. If you continue petting your cat beyond this limit, they may start to feel irritated or even uncomfortable. Your cat will often give you subtle signs when they've had enough. The first signal is usually a slight movement of their tail. If you notice the tip of their tail beginning to flick or twitch, that's an early warning. As their discomfort grows, the tail movements will become more pronounced and obvious. But that's not all. Other signs to watch for include flattened ears, raised fur, dilated pupils, or an abrupt stop to their purring. If you ignore these signs, your cat might resort to biting or scratching. When this happens, they're not trying to hurt you. It's simply a natural response to overstimulation. To avoid this, learn to recognize these signals. If you spot them while petting your cat's head, stop immediately and give them some space. This will not only prevent negative reactions, but also foster a stronger bond of trust between you and your furry friend. 5. Petting them only the way you like. Not all cats enjoy the same types of affection, so you have to accept that what you like might not be what your cat prefers. Some cats love gentle scratches under their chin, while others prefer firmer strokes at the base of their ears. There are even cats who adore head pets, but others might absolutely love belly rubs. When petting your cat, it's crucial to pay attention and figure out what they truly enjoy. This isn't just about personal preference, it's about respect and love. Just as not all humans enjoy the same kinds of physical touch, the same goes for cats. By learning to understand and respect your cat's preferences, you'll not only avoid causing them discomfort or stress, but you'll also strengthen the emotional bond you share. So, forget about the types of petting you like to give, and take the time to observe and discover what your cat enjoys the most. 6. Not being careful about what's on your hands. Before you pet your cat, you need to be mindful of what's on your hands. Cats groom themselves constantly by licking their fur, which means anything on their fur, whether it's something you accidentally put there, will likely end up in their mouth. Even though cats have a robust immune system, certain substances can be very harmful to them. For example, if you've been handling flowers like lilies or tulips, which are toxic to cats, it's absolutely essential to wash your hands thoroughly before touching your pet. The same goes for cooking ingredients like coffee or chocolate, both of which are highly toxic to cats. Even something as seemingly harmless as hand lotion can cause issues if your cat licks it off their fur. And if you're a smoker, here's something you need to know. Chemicals from tobacco smoke can linger on your hands and transfer to your cat's fur. When they groom themselves, those toxins can enter their system, which is extremely dangerous. Before petting your cat, always make sure your hands are clean and free of any potentially harmful substances. 7. Understanding when not to pet your cat. Knowing when not to pet your cat is just as important as understanding how to do it correctly. Cats are highly intuitive creatures, and their mood can change depending on their environment, energy levels, and even the time of day. One key moment to avoid petting your cat is when they're eating. While some cats might tolerate it, most prefer to focus on their meal without any distractions. Petting them during this time can cause unnecessary stress, or even lead to them associating mealtime with discomfort. Another time to avoid petting is when your cat is overstimulated, such as after an intense play session. They may still be in a heightened state of excitement, and touch could feel overwhelming or even irritating to them. Pay close attention to your cat's body language. If their tail is twitching rapidly, their ears are pinned back, or their posture seems stiff, these are clear signs they're not in the mood for affection. Respecting these cues doesn't just prevent negative reactions. It also shows your cat that you understand and respect their boundaries. By timing your interactions thoughtfully, you'll create a more trusting and harmonious relationship with your feline friend. If you want to learn more about keeping your cat safe at home, don't miss the next video that's on your screen right now. In it, I share even more tips and fascinating insights to help you take the best possible care of your feline friend. Just tap the image to watch the video and discover everything you need to know.